Hello everyone, Oregon Moto John. Here we're doing air filter change on this 2022 FE350S Husqvarna. Same thing would apply to a KTM 350 and 500. I've been really good about changing the oil on this motor every 5 to 10 hours depending on what we're doing. But you know, I've been a little bit lax on air filter maintenance. So it's been 22 hours and I have the same filter in there. So let's take a look. Actually, the old one that was in here was dirty and I've already kind of swapped that out. So this one's going to be clean. There's a little bit of a story behind all that that'll talk to you guys about. Seems like I always struggle with this a little bit. There we go. Okay, so here's where I had my fuel controller installed. This thing's been great with Takomoto. It's just plug and play. Tried to do a video on that, but had some corrupt data, so long story. But anyway, this works great. If you are going to open up your Airbox, I removed my reeds in here. This thing was very plug and play. Worked great. But back to this. So this is a new air filter here with a twin air outwears, which I highly recommend, or a PC kind of outwear type fabric material that's oiled that you can swap off. So my old, because I was wearing this twin air, the twin air outwears was really dirty, but when I took it off, the filter underneath was pretty clean. But anyway, I decided to swap it out anyway because I was installing this Moto-Minded disc, and there's a part number here. It says Moto-Minded air filter disc for 2021 plus. So I'll show you what that disc looks like. And then here's the Pro Seal I put in the Airbox. It's an air filter gasket for a 22 Husky. It looks like it takes the PC 53 one, Pro Seal one. That's for a 2016 plus KTM Husky gas. So fits a lot of bikes. Basically has a paper backing that you remove from the seal, and you stick it on your rubber Airbox after thoroughly cleaning it with contact cleaner. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I put a new air filter in here, but I wanted to show you guys what this looked like. So you just unclick that. This easily comes out, and you can see where I've put this PC seal in here. It actually is pretty cool. You just clean this out with some contact cleaner very thoroughly, and then this just has a backing that peels off, and you just stick it down. And I've always used grease on there, but this, in theory, is supposed to make it so you don't have to apply grease to the back of your filter, which I'm good with. So this, I think, is a worthwhile upgrade. Nothing wrong with using grease if you decide to keep using the grease. Yes, I have this installed. I don't know if that does anything. But if you have it in, I don't think it's a wrong thing. I may eventually just replace this with the dirt bike big gulp, as they call it, air intake boot. But anyway, I digress. Back to what we're talking about now. This disc is pretty cool. I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like. I'm just pulling back the air filter here. So here's this little disc. Look at that. Now this can wear through in certain cases, wear through your air filter. See how that's kind of a little sharp? And this disc just fits right on there, so it doesn't puncture through your air filter, your foam filter. Because that's kind of a wear point. You have the engine kind of always sucking against that. And so this comes up on here and just, fits right on there, and just makes it so so it saves your air filter. You can see it's just kind of a fit that just compression fits. I mean, it's that easy. So that disc fits on there, and then you just put your air filter on. Notice I'm running the wire cage here. I actually had to reshoot this video because at first I showed doing this Pro Seal, and then I was upgrading to a cageless or a screenless two-stroke cage, which is the same, will fit right in here. But I chickened out. I started reading online, and everybody talks about backfire, burn down your bike, and I know the odds of that are super small. But then you should use a different air filter, a twin air filter that is fireproof, and I chickened out. You know, I went back to the one with the screen. For my purposes, this bike has so much power with the upgrades I've done that it's more than sufficient. So the half a horsepower, if that I would gain by removing the screen isn't worth me being worried about a backfire, some kind of a fire issue. So I didn't realize it was such a big issue until I had it installed without the screen, and then something caught my eye, and I was like, wow, I don't know that I need to do that. But if you do it, I almost just ran it with the screen out. But so if you do it, I don't think it's a crazy idea, because I doubt anything would happen. But it's highly unlikely, I'll put it that way. But anyway, that's the backfire screen. So apparently if there's a backfire, it keeps this from lighting on fire. There's that. So the purpose of this video, I decided I had to reshoot it because I didn't want to mislead anybody. I only like to do videos on products that I know are safe for everybody and that are going to work well. So I'm leaving my screen in. Seems to be the common advice. I'm adding this disc, Moto-Minded disc. I think this is a good, safe upgrade to protect your filter. And then I think this Pro Seal is good because you can save you from messing with grease. So I think those are good products. And that was the purpose of this video is, hey, if you want to get that airbox a little tighter, I think for minimal cost, adding this Pro Seal seal in there is a good idea. It's nice and soft. Seems like it would seal up good against the airbox. And then I do think this disc is a good idea for $10. Keeping that from putting a hole in your air filter is a good thing. I did use Maxima filter oil on there. And then I have a new filter in the waiting. This is my old filter that I cleaned. I'll do another video another time on cleaning these. But anyway, I do think these outwears are a good idea. Can save the filter because even though my old filter had 22 hours of fairly dusty riding, when I pulled that twin air cover off, and a PC Racy skin would do the same thing, I'm sure. It was clean. The filter was reasonably clean, but since I was into all of it, I just thought I'd pull it out and service it. So make sure you're keeping a good clean air filter for your motor so you're not sucking stuff in through your intake and being hard on your motor. But so far, I highly recommend this PC seal for the airbox. And definitely, this is a no-brainer, this Moto-Minded little disc for your OEM airbox. That's a no-brainer to save that next time you're in servicing your air filter. And then just think of this as a little call out to maybe be a little better about servicing your air filter. It could be as little as one ride where you might need to give a air filter some attention. And this one isn't oiled yet, so that's not going in the bike. It could be much longer than that if you're riding somewhere and it's more wet conditions and your air filter isn't getting penetrated with stuff. So comment, tell me about what you guys do. What do you think about this PC seal here? What do you think about this Moto-Minded disc? Do you guys change your filter every 5 hours, every 10 hours, or kind of like me where you might maybe look on, just inspect it. If it looks clean, you keep riding. Or I know some guys just kind of tear this off every ride and replace it, and then they've always got a clean air filter, and you could go a long time without servicing your air filter. And I thought that's a smart idea. So chime in, tell me what you guys do on your air filter maintenance. I've learned so much from other people that are a lot smarter than me that I always like to listen to other people on topics like this. But this is what I'm doing. We'll see how it works. You know, I've greased the inside of this rim for years on this air filter, but it's kind of a mess and one more step. So if I can get away with not doing it and just put this on one time and then have a little have that work just as well, I think that's a good idea. All right, thanks for watching. Hope everybody is well. Get out there, ride, have some fun, enjoy life, and thanks for watching. All right, have an awesome day. Bye-bye. Sorry, just a little quick PS here. Here's what this filter looks like when it's cleaned and re-oiled with the Maxima oil. And I'll put this outwears on top. Tell me what you guys think about this whole screen thing, too. Do you guys run with a screen, without a screen? what do you think? Am I being overly cautious leaving that in? I was so tempted to pull it out, but tell me what you think. I did kind of scoured the internet and get a lot of opinions. Maybe it's about like talking about like motor oil, but I'd love to hear what people are doing. I just kind of chickened out for the small gain I was going to get. I just chickened out, but I was really close to leaving it in, quite frankly. But I didn't like the idea of a fire, even if it was small, being between my legs. So, you know, let me know what you think. Be curious to know what people are doing out there. All right. Thanks again. Sorry to add to this. Have an awesome day. Keep riding. Bye-bye.